Hello. So yeah, as the title suggests, this topic is gonna be like my value to Earth. You know, when I turned 18. So when I was like 17, I used to have like this girlfriend, right? And we fell in love, blah blah blah. And somehow I made it over to like we lived in different cities, and somehow we made it to I went to her city and she came to my city like 4 times. We were like mad in love, like really mad in love. And then we were in love and everything, but I didn't have any money. And that really sucked because, I started realizing, well, I already knew how my family was, but I started seeing how my family was towards her. And I didn't like those behaviors that they were like doing with her. I didn't like that they would talk behind my back and whatever, etc. Right? So when I was like 17, it would kind of suck because I didn't have any money, and we couldn't do anything because of that. Because I started learning how to cook. I learned how to make bread and brownies and all that stuff. But my mom would be like, you can't stop, cooking because the service like so much electricity. We're spending so much electricity. It's gonna be come up to the bill and whatever. And I started realizing so many things about myself because like I don't have any money and I want to like live free, like live in my own apartment and everything. And like back then, I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do, what I wanted to do, right? And it kind of sucked because I honestly felt really trapped. I felt like I felt in a really really bad spot because I didn't have any money. I had this girlfriend that I would like to do things with. I loved her a lot, but we couldn't do many things because I didn't have any money. Maybe I'm like obsessing too much about the money, right? Maybe I'm thinking too much about the money. But even then, what like we could do, like we would have sex. I mean, yeah, but what if I want to go to a park, dude? Oh, that's free, definitely. But what I mean, like, I couldn't like take like I didn't live for myself. I didn't I wasn't really me, honestly. I just loved her a lot. What I mean by me is that I didn't have like money to invest in myself, like invest in like music or anything, or an academy, or working out or anything about like that. So it kind of sucked because I couldn't cook with her either because too much electricity would come up to the bill and everything. And then we ended, our relationship ended, right? And then I turned 18. I remember like I was working as a mover, and my day of my birthday I went to like gymnastics because I was barely affording gymnastics back then, right? Barely affording gymnastics. And that day was pretty lonely. That day, I don't know why, but like everybody went to like parties. I don't know, but the streets were really lonely. Like it was just lonely. So I felt kind of alone. But I went to gymnastics that day. I didn't even tell anybody it was my birthday or anything. And I just trained, and I liked it because I love training. I love training. And then I realized that before I got my first job, I was like in this bubble, right? Like life, real life, right? And then I got my first job because my dad is like couldn't get any job. He could only get a job as a mover. So I started working as a mover, and I realized, holy crap, this is some hard work. And apart from that, I would train. So this is some hard work and little pay. Like for like how much hard work it is and how much pay it is, it's like, wow, it's ridiculous. It's not even minimum. I wasn't even making like minimum wage. Like and I realized, I got a wake up call. I think that's how they call it. I got a wake up call when I got my first job because I used to be in like this bubble. I didn't really know how like the world worked. And then I got that first job, and then I felt here, man. I felt so down. Like, damn. Like I was dreaming. I was dreaming. And that was like, holy crap, what am I going to do? Like I feel so down, and now like I understand like money, how much income, and I hear all these incomes that are like so high, and here I'm like making this little bit. I'm like, wow. And then I realized not only I felt here because first of all, I don't know why, but when I turned 18, I felt something else awakened inside of me, which was like, what is my value to Earth? Like, what is my value? What value do I provide to society? I don't know why I felt like that, but I suddenly turned 18, and not only did I feel like here in like hierarchy and like income or whatever, job hierarchy, I felt here as well because I was like, what is my value to Earth? Like, what do I provide to society? And I started feeling, it was pretty humbling. I think you could call it humbling because I realized that, holy crap, I'm depending on my parents to survive, for like essentials, for like, like I depend on my parents for food, for a roof, and for a bed. Like if they just suddenly died, I would be screwed. Basically, I would just be on the streets. I would literally be on the streets, man. And the thought of that really, it didn't like it still scares me today. Like, dude, like if they die, at least I have a job now. Like, even then I can't really do much because I'm not making enough, right? But I started thinking like, holy crap, I need to start making myself independent. Like, I need to start finding what to do without sacrificing, my passions, without killing my inner child, so to speak, And, I was like, damn. Which led me to think for quite a while, like, what am I going to do? And then, I started reading books and I started teaching, and now I started learning. And now I have a better idea, like, what I want to do and, like, what my value is. Like, what value can I provide to society, but even though I'm nowhere noticeable yet. Like, I haven't gained anything yet, I'm not nowhere close to where I want to be, but now I know what direction, what path to take, But yeah, I'm pretty scared because it basically became like, what am I gonna do to make money? Like, what business am I gonna do? What money am I gonna make? Like, how am I gonna make money? Which money is a topic that I've never spoken with anybody before. So this is like a completely new topic that I never knew anything about. Not even in school they would teach like nothing. So this kind of scares me. Because at the same time I realized that getting that job was like, I don't want to be an employee. I want to be an employee, which means, make your business, be your own boss. But, it's comfortable to have a job because at least you don't have to think. When you're in your own boss, you have to think, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What do I want for myself? What direction do I want to take? But at least, I have those questions better answered now. And I hope anybody can relate to this. I hope that, someday somebody can tell me, like, I totally relate to you on this, because it feels scary, and I felt also very alone. I still am alone, but, I still, like, man. Alright.